Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the weekend check-in for the collective. Keep in mind guys, this is a general collective message. This is not sign specific, but I will call out zodiac signs. We are going to talk about the astrology, and then we're going to jump in with some cards. So I feel like I'm kind of a little bit rusty. I haven't really channeled much of the collective energy other than what I've been personally sitting in. I've been doing a lot of deep internal reflection over the last week. The last week I channeled the energies was for the new moon in Leo, and I went down for a couple days around the new moon. I lost my voice. As you can tell, it's back. I'm still doing a lot of clearing. But I really was going within, thinking about where am I going to take the channel moving forward, where I'm at on my own personal twin flame journey, where I'm standing at with my own personal beliefs about the spiritual journey. And so there was a lot of integration of like this shadow aspect coming up, really looking at, you know, what I can bring to the channel moving forward for all of you guys to promote healing, growth, really grounding in your own purpose and spirituality. And so I'm going to channel the weekend energies like I normally would, and I'm hoping on Monday, as long as my internet is strong enough, I think moving forward every Monday I'm going to start doing the weekly forecasts live, and we're going to set a schedule for that, I think, and I'm hoping to have as many of you as possible kind of join in, make it a little bit more interactive. I'm going to channel the energies for the week ahead. I'll do my best to follow along with certain comments and maybe even answer some questions. Get you a little bit more involved in the channel, because my goal is to build something solid, all of us together. So anyways, let's talk about these energies for the weekend. We got this beautiful trine aspect between Venus and Neptune taking place on Sunday, along with Mars square Saturn. So that's like a really frustrating energy. And so the Venus aspect is beautiful energy coming through. And so I feel like many of the feminines in the collective that have been doing the work, integrating and balancing out their inner masculine and feminine, are really going to have this beautiful, heightened, compassionate energy around them this weekend. And when it comes to the masculine side of the collective, I feel there's going to be a lot of frustrations needing to be expressed, a lot of hidden passions kind of coming to the surface. And so this can also be playing out internally, right? The battle between the inner masculine and feminine. So I kind of feel it could go either way this weekend, depending on where you're at on your own integration process. So Venus trine Neptune, perfect for romance. Perfect to kind of just take a step back, relax a little bit this weekend, daydreaming energy, because Neptune is in Pisces. So I feel like, what are you fantasizing about when it comes to your ideal lover, your ideal partner? What can you put into your hand when it comes to creating anything, right? It's a very creative influence coming up for the feminine side of the collective. And you could be a man and be very feminine. It doesn't have to be gender specific. So a lot of throw energy is what I'm feeling. Like you might want to just turn on the music and sing, dance around. Anything creative is what I'm feeling will lead to a lot of beautiful energies this weekend. So get creative, whether it's journaling, painting, anything to tap into some creative juices. And then I kind of feel this other deep sense of compassion coming up when it comes to the feminine energy. Many of us are really stepping into our service-based mission, and this heightened awareness, like it's time to share my story, to bring forward compassion and empathy, to kind of call in like-minded soul connections, right? And I do feel this is a beautiful energy for your love life this weekend, because it's bringing forward all of this increased, like, yummy tenderness. And so I don't think that it's like an indicator of like steamy sex or anything like that. it's about the tenderness of connecting with another, right? It's not always about the sex. Sex is a very sacred energy exchange, and that should only be done with somebody that you are absolutely 100% sure about. But I feel this energy is coming forward because many of us have done a lot of growth over the last several years, a lot of soul work. And we are at this level on the journey where we want that companion that can connect with us at the same energetic vibration and spiritual level that we're already at. So I think that's really, really important for many of us. It's not just about connecting through the lower chakras, these sexual urges. It's about really enjoying a deep connection with another, mind, body, and soul. And so, you know, some really good ways to benefit or make the most of this transit, especially if you're single. Not all of us are in a partnership. You might just want to spend the weekend watching romance movies, or, you know, maybe having some company over, entertaining some close friends. It's just this feeling of wanting to beautify your life, beautify your surroundings. So for me, I've kind of been in this, I guess, like summer cleaning stage, like just this huge purging, cleaning energy, and just purifying my home is what I've kind of been doing recently over the last week or so. And so, you know, I don't think we're going to be wanting to be putting too much effort into anything that will require a high degree of physical exertion. The energy is feeling actually very relaxed. I was actually debating on whether or not to do the weekend check-in or to lay down and go meditate for an hour, but I knew if I did that, I'd probably fall asleep. So I thought I better get this done because I do miss channeling the energies. But so we've got this beautiful feminine energy, and we got to remember Venus is in Cancer, forming a trine to Neptune and Pisces. So a lot of water, a lot of emotions, a lot of intuitive feminine energy. And then we have the double-edged sword, or the flip side of the scale, so to speak, Mars squaring it up with Saturn, Mars in Taurus, and Saturn in Aquarius, two very fixed, stubborn energies. And so this is going to create a lot of frustration, a lot of inhibitions in the energies. A lot of desires are likely going to grow a little bit more intensely, a little bit stronger for the masculine twin. This is definitely not a twin flame check-in, but this is the energies coming through. And so I feel a lot of the masculines are finding it harder and harder and harder to express their passions. They want success in their life, right? And so it's this push to pursue goals. And I feel the more you push, just like, you know, we're not here to chase our goals. We're here to, you know, ground these energies. And the more you push, the more you pursue, the more resistance I think many are going to be facing in the collective. And I feel this is due to dominant father figures. You might be having to deal with an older masculine figure putting you down, restricting your goals, your ambitions, or, you know, you might have to deal with somebody trying to stop you from going after what you want or achieving what you want, is the energy coming through with that aspect. It's basically a transit that will create circumstances to prevent progress and movement forward, kind of like the wheel reversed, right? Delay and challenges, delay and challenges. This is certainly not a winning transit at all. So I kind of feel a lot of the masculines are going to be very much on defense in the energies this weekend, and it really isn't good for them to start a new project or to go hunting down all of these desires. But I feel this deep need to concentrate, right? I feel a lot of these masculines have been holding on so tightly to what they have built in those false contracts. And I feel a lot of this energy is leading to many rejections over the weekend because of all of these limitations that have been internalized with this hot Mars energy. There's going to be a lot of problems. There's going to be a lot of frustration in the energies, and there's going to be a lot of anger. And if we don't learn how to express this energy safely, it can bring forward all kinds of bursts of energy that will make your terrible situation even worse. So I feel it is about home. Home is always in focus with the Taurus energy is what I'm feeling. And so I feel there's this energy of it's really not going to be a good weekend for playing into any conflicting energies, power struggles, or fights. It's really not the time to start conquering something new either. I feel it's like I kept being shown this double-edged sword, sharpening a blade, and be prepared to strengthen your defenses is what I heard. And so those two aspects are taking place. And then all weekend we are going to have the moon in Sag, which is always about searching for something more, searching for something, you know, to get rooted in when it comes to your own philosophical, spiritual beliefs. And this need to have a goal or a mission that actually gives our life purpose, gives our life meaning, right? We came here to live a life of purpose. We didn't just come here to, you know, go to work, sleep, eat, go to work, sleep, eat, and play into this modern day slavery. And so I feel the moon in Sag is very spontaneous too. Sagittarius is all about change and expansion. And so I feel it's like having faith, right? Your faith in your spiritual purpose does have to be voluntary. We do have to embrace our spiritual karmic pathway, you know, with our free will decisions. And I feel fighting against, you know, this push will only lead to a lot of frustration. So, you know, moon and Sag, it's like this constant need to move, activity, always on the go. And I feel, you know, that can get us into trouble too, right? When we're always on the go, we're avoiding, we're deflecting, we're evading, sitting with ourselves as well. So I feel, you know, it is a very optimistic energy though. Sag for me, I'm a 10th house Sag. I got some Sag in my chart. It is about always believing that things will get better. But I think many are going to be finding themselves in a troubling, tricky situation this weekend because we are like on the precipice of this very powerful Lionsgate portal in the year of the lovers. And so a lot has to be leaving our life drastically, quickly in order to prepare us for this gateway opening, this refreshing, to call in new, refreshing people around us, right? And so I feel this optimism coming forward, and then also the energy of having to recognize maybe where you stayed in the company of people that have been keeping you in low vibration. It's okay, it's just a marker monkey. Oh, he's annoying you. Well, why don't you get it off the table for him? So I feel, but you know, the moon in Sag, it's like you're always optimistic when you have all these people around you, but when you're alone, it's like you go into this feeling of emptiness. So why do you keep feeling this void, I think is what we're looking at this weekend with always having people around you, because we can't constantly have people around us. We do need that inner solitude, that time alone to really understand who we are. And so the moon in Sag this weekend is forming a square to Mercury in Virgo. And so this is really going to create like this experience of a sudden shift of perspectives is what I'm feeling. And with the moon forming a trine to Jupiter, I feel this brings you like a new vision about your life, about the future. And when it comes to having unconditional, generous feelings towards people, we are love at the core, right? And so I feel it is this very protective, eager energy to want to step into a service-based mission of some sort. And with the sun forming a trine to the moon, this is beautiful energy. But I think it's going to bring forward a lot of spontaneity in people's actions. And so you're going to want to be mindful, because it's like the plans in your mind can become your reality, but you have to harness these energies properly, right? You think of the sun, it energizes us. It energizes our entire natal chart. And so the sun is in Leo. This is all about stepping into your shine, stepping into owning your light. And I feel all aspects of our natal charts are going to be emphasized this weekend when it comes to where we need to find our vitality in all life matters that have been kind of festering and bothering us. So we're going to jump in with some cards, guys. I'm excited. I got this beautiful new deck a week ago. I've been sitting at my desk really getting familiar with the cards over the last week, and so we are going to pull a spread with the star codes Astro Oracle deck, and then we will clarify with the tarot. So beautiful deck, and this is where I think I want to take the channel moving forward, because the astrology aspects is where we learn our weak spots, where we need to integrate and grow and expand, and then the tarot kind of breaks it down to, you know, people, places, and things that kind of go a little bit deeper, right? So this is basically an oracle deck all about astrology, right? So I'm going to see how it goes, guys. This is my first time doing a spread like this for you all. So we're going to do a 9-card spread with the Astro Oracle deck. And we're going to talk about that energy. And then we're going to go a little bit deeper with the tarot over top. And I will clarify further as need be, okay? So we're going to see what needs to come through for the collective, what the collective energies are for the weekend check-in. And then we're going to see. We're just going to see what comes through, okay? I'm not sure what deck I'm going to use for a closing message. We'll just kind of see where this takes us. So 5th house, passion. What are you passionate about? The 5th house is connected to children, your creativity. My 5th house is in Cancer, the mother energy. And then we get 12th house. So the 12th house is where we meet our karma. It is where we bury our past. It is also where we go into deep introspection about all of these blockages. So it's kind of like the starting point, the 0 point of the ascension ladder, right? Of the Placida side of the natal chart. And then we get the 3rd house of communication. We have Pallas Athena, so there's some thinking going on about what you want to envision for the future with the Neptune energy. And then we get some massive changes with Uranus. So, you know, if you want to step into that future vision, you know, things kind of got to get shaken up to the core. Things got to change. And then we kind of got to restructure our foundation as we restructure our beliefs, right? So Saturn energy, commitment, beautiful. And we're ascending something here, the ascendant. So the entrance, the gateway portal to the ascension journey. And then we get transits, climate change, so extremes. And then we get on the bottom of the deck, the Sagittarius energy expansion. But, you know, it is through opposition and it is through confrontation that we embrace these changes, that we expand, right? And so I feel somebody's about to embark upon a rebirth journey, a spiritual journey. Many of us have already been embarking on that. And so this really is about the hearth, the home, community, right? The 11th house is our place within the community, within, you know, within the public, right? So my 11th house is in Capricorn, which is like the leadership, the father energy, very cardinal energy. And so it is also our karmic house, right? It is the house of friendships and everything as well. And so I feel under the surface, there is this journey towards a rebirth. There's likely going to be some type of opposition, maybe because there's something from the past that needs to be coming back around to be dealt with in order to reach completion. When it comes to union of self, right? The integration of masculine and feminine to reach that place of inner wholeness. Going through a rebirth, Pluto energy, Scorpionic energy. Because, you know, what is your true passion? Because, you know, your main foundation is your body, right? Is your mind, is your body, is your soul. And so what is that center of passion? And I feel solar plexus power. When it comes to, you know, what do you want to build for the community moving forward? What kind of alliances do you want to build moving forward when it comes to friendships and people that are, you know, on that ascension journey in these higher frequencies with you? Because we're coming out of those South Node patterns. We're stepping into these North Node future timelines. So we are here to cultivate the earth, to heal Mother Earth. Taurus, you give Taurus a task, and I'll tell you, Taurus will follow it through to the bitter end. The most steadfast, loyal, committed energy in the deck is that Taurus energy. And let me tell you, to be a bull, you do have to be strong, right? And so I feel It is about what is it that you want to manifest in your life for love and abundance. Because when you're in alignment with love and you are abundant from the inside, everything flows on the outside. So what are you passionate about? Because we are going into this very intense, internal transformation. Many of us have already started this, right? We've got Jupiter in Aries and retrograde. And so when Jupiter is all about expansion, but when it goes in retrograde, it's all about, shifting our internal beliefs. And Aries is all about the self, right? It is the first sign of the zodiac, the masculine principle, right? And so first we kind of got to harness our masculine energy if we are to actually heal our inner feminine as well, right? So Juno, partnerships. Juno is an asteroid, by the way, that can represent marriage energy along with Jupiter. So we've got all of that retrograde. We've got Neptune in retrograde, so we're breaking down these illusions, right? Pluto is in retrograde. All of these false structures are breaking down, and this also means our subconscious rooted beliefs, right? And so in order to create real change in the world, we do kind of have to create change in our own lives first, and we have to embody Christ consciousness in order to radiate that energy outwardly. And so I feel there could be tension when it comes to any karmic contracts that are needing to close out, because we are here to manifest that healthy alliance moving forward. So get ready to cultivate some new future energies. Crossroads. So 5th house, passion. The opposite of the 5th house is the 11th house, the community, right? So it's about integrating the two. And so the 5th house kind of nurtures the 11th house, right? And I do feel like this proverbial blank canvas, you can create anything you want in your life. We are here to be conscious co-creators, right? Anything you can dream up, you can create in your life. So I feel, we got to bury the past, though. We got to bury all of these false beliefs. The 12th house is also, activating the chakra pathway, the Kundalini light body, right? And so I feel a lot of activations, which has created this deep internal introspection. And I feel this is more than just a weekend check-in. This is like what we're going to be going through over the coming months, learning how to communicate properly as well. The 3rd house is about communication. And so a lot of us are learning to communicate what we've learned through our struggles and bringing that forward. I also feel there might be a need to communicate what you've envisioned when it comes to, a future alliance or, a future beloved partnership. And so I think many of us are really going within thinking about what it is that we need to embrace for change if we are to ground this vision. The dead central energy is the vision energy, the Neptune energy. So my Neptune's in Sag. Right now we have Neptune in Pisces. So Pisces is very dreamy-like. It is very collective energy. You think about closing out the age of Pisces. We're closing out the timeline of Christ. We are not going to be crucified for sharing our gifts this lifetime. And so envisioning a better future, right? And thinking of new ways to bring these visions into the collective. And so what needs to change? Because Uranus comes in to shake things up. Sudden, unexpected changes. And this is about solid structures. So this could be a breakdown of a false foundation in order to restructure something solid, something stable. So basically anything built on shaky ground, anything built on false pretenses or not from the heart is breaking down in the energies in order for us to enter into the gateway portal of this ascension journey, because many of us are getting grounded in 5D and above. And we're going to see this great divide. I feel this is where the transits really create that big divide. So many of us are going through a lot of expansion at this time. I think get prepared for a confrontation. Like I said, we don't embrace these changes, and a diamond doesn't get shiny without all of that pressure, all of that grit, all of that opposition. I think get ready to go head to head with somebody in the energies this weekend to progress you along your rebirth journey, because we can't stay stuck for long. We are here to transform and to rebirth. So Scorpio could be dealing with the Scorpio. We need to remember the future energy coming through right now is that Taurus North Node. But it doesn't matter what your North Node is. We are all feeling this energy right now. So karmic pathway. We all know how hard it is to change, right? We all come with these South Node patterns, our comfort zone, and, you know, there's gifts in that comfort zone. But we're here to learn the polar opposite of that access this lifetime. So, you know, my South Node is Aquarius, and my North Node is Leo. So I was always a part of the bigger whole, right? I was always a part of the bigger community. I never really was comfortable standing out in the crowd. And so learning to find my voice, learning to step into putting myself out there and being in the spotlight was a really difficult North Node to shift into, right? And it took a lot of videos. I started this vlogging journey, my twin flame journey on Facebook like 3 years ago. And to come where I am at now is just phenomenal. So future oriented, and it doesn't matter what your North Node is, it is about foundations, our belief systems, our values, and we're coming out of that underworld energy, and we're rebuilding, we're recultivating in our truth, right? And forming all of these new healthy alliances for, you know, the betterment for humanity at large. So I feel get ready for some type of change. Somebody might be communicating something you're not ready to hear, which is going to create upheaval. It's going to create change. But I feel somebody here has already been deeply going within, envisioning their future, working on ascending, you know, these patterns and thinking about restructuring, going towards their passions. So let's clarify with the tarot and see what else needs to come through. So we are going to use, oh my gosh, what deck is this? The Steampunk Tarot today. So we'll cut the deck and we'll see. Look at that. We got an Emperor and we got the World reversed. So something does need to come full circle. We got maybe a very stubborn masculine energy. The Emperor upright is divine masculine energy, a boss, a leader, a father. The Emperor rules empires, right? Entire empires. And I feel somebody's just been thinking, not really taking action, really examining a situation when it comes to a cycle needing to come full circle that hasn't fully closed out yet. So could be dealing with an Aries, and then we got all of the fixed signs like I talked about: Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. So cycles, we are on the precipice of closing out these major cycles. So we're going to clarify these energies, okay? And then we'll talk about it a little bit deeper, okay, guys? So 5th house passion clarified by the Ace of Wands. Couldn't get any more passionate than that. Introspection, 12th house, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Ace of Wands. Look at that. I got the whole world in my hands. Okay, 3rd house communication, Temperance reversed. Yeah, so there's a need to communicate. Something is very imbalanced here, very unhealthy, and I feel defenses are up. With the 7 of Wands, we have the 8 of Pentacles clarifying the Neptunian vision. So, you know, somebody's already envisioned what it is they want to build for the future, what it is they want to work on. And what are we changing? This lack mentality. I'm all done getting less than I deserve in any connection moving forward. I'm all done giving to people that leave me feeling emotionally bankrupt. I'm all done with this lack mentality. I'm coming to terms with the fact that the universe is truly limitless and abundant. Saturn energy structure clarified by truth. And ain't that the truth? I'm all done living in this consciousness of lack. Why do we got to struggle? We did not come here to struggle. We came here to create a better world. And that's the truth. So I think get ready to come into an epiphany, an aha moment. It's going to come in like lightning, like just out of the blue. And a flash of insight or something when it comes to a foundation. Because you know what? Somebody's been very stubborn, very unwilling to change, likely has lost their passion for life again, dealing with a situation that has caused a series of delays and challenges and blockages, unfortunate events taking place, bad luck, bad fortune. And then we get the transits with the climate clarified by the Queen of Cups. So we got two people here really not invested in one another, in a power struggle, in a confrontation. Oh yeah, Like that was a huge block. So, you know, in a situation where this is not wish fulfillment. So bottom of the deck, 10 of Pentacles. That foundation, right? So we are talking about a foundation here. We're talking about two people in a foundation, likely pretending to be happy because they have all of the material comforts. And you know, I feel this has been predicted. Look at that. We got a card reader here. Predicting things getting worse, I think. There is definitely going to be a rebalancing of something here. We are expanding what we believe a solid foundation is, right? We can have all the money in the world, but if it wasn't built on love, I don't think that's really sustainable, right? We came here for human connection. So I feel healing from some truths. Somebody's definitely been going through some healing in a foundation. Finding you know, a sense of balance in their life again, but they've been pretending to be happy in a situation that definitely has been needing to be walked away from, likely due to disillusionment, confusion about which direction to go in moving forward, and a lot of self-deception, a lot of manipulation. Two people definitely manipulating one another. I think somebody all up in their ego, and then we have somebody all up in their emotions, and no logic has been used. And I feel it's like this energy of I've been stuck for a long time at that crossroads, and I feel a decision is being taken away and the divine is kind of stepping in, and I feel like somebody's house of cards is crumbling to the ground because the scales are not balanced. This was lust, this was temptation, candy, right? It was candy. So sugar can be an addiction. Definitely something very unhealthy here that needs to be healed from, or things will get worse. So I feel something is without a doubt being rebalanced in order for a clean slate beginning. So I also feel somebody knows exactly what it is they're passionate about, but they're not sharing that idea with anybody because they're protecting it. They're protecting that idea. They want victory with whatever they've envisioned. And so I kind of feel this is, you know, one energy today. This is another energy. And so I do feel like getting honest about a connection too. It's just not working. I'm not happy. I'm not fulfilled. I definitely don't have any sexual desire for this Queen of Cups reversed. Not my wish fulfillment. Likely, you know, drinking to mask the displeasure. Right? We've got this King of Wands, like, I'm hiding behind a chair. Like, I feel like we got this King of Wands saying, I see you clearly. I see your emotional games. I'm not playing into that. I think it's emotional for this Queen of Cups reversed. I think there's been a lot of tears. There's been a lot of upset. There's been a lot of crying over the fact that, you know, this didn't turn out the way they had planned. So, like a couple here that thought this was going to be my wish fulfillment, and it's turned into a freaking nightmare is kind of what I'm feeling. And somebody knows exactly what it is they want to work on moving forward. So within 8 days or 8 weeks, this is going to come to a close, because I do feel there's been struggles financially. There's definitely a need for moderation. I do feel there could be addictions here with the Temperance reverse. So this could be an addiction to materialism, greed, overspending, alcohol, anything in excess, right? Sex, anything in excess or unhealthy is an addiction, right? Which I feel has created a lot of struggles, and two people feeling so dissatisfied in a connection. And I think there is going to be some opposition. There's definitely going to be some opposition. So let's see what this opposition is going to be. Two of Swords reversed, Three of Wands, the Emperor, a masculine taking action to exit a situation. And I feel it doesn't matter how many times you go round and round and round. There is just no resolution. There is just no resolution. And I feel a masculine here getting ready to make a decision from the heart with the King of Cups, you know, because he did have a vision. He's not sharing his vision. You know, we got passion, we got love now. Definitely recognizing I'm not with my true match. At one point in time, I think this was a good match, but it turned into another negative, repetitive cycle that kind of needs to come to an end, right? and taking charge of a situation, choosing to remove the blocks. There's going to be some blocks unexpectedly removed. And I feel somebody is all done pretending everything's okay. They're all done living with the rose-colored glasses on. They're looking dead central ahead, and they know exactly where they're aiming to go. And they're getting ready to go in for the catch, is what I'm thinking, because they see clearly where they want to put forward that community effort, where they want to build an alliance with moving forward. And they've really gone within and thought about this for a long time. They've really been thinking about a soul contract, maybe with a healer or a card reader of some sort. Definitely a spiritual mission of some sort with the Emperor coming out. And so choosing to close out a cycle for sure, and choosing to make a heart-centered decision, and withdrawing from a very toxic situation that has left somebody depleted. So let's see here. Let's see what this Ace of Wands is about. I'm feeling like this flame, these four flames is what's on the card. So it's like, I want that twin soul union. I want that twin flame Four of Wands union where we work well together and taking that leap of faith. You know what? The Fool doesn't take nothing with him. Takes that leap of faith. He's got a little backpack. He's got his little trusty dog, his white little dog, and I'm leaving all these past lessons behind. They're not serving me anymore. And I'm ready to open up my heart to new experience, is what I'm feeling. And I feel somebody's learned all they can in a situation. There's been lies. There's been secrets. Somebody's been really holding on to something they've been envisioning for a long time. And they're taking everything with them when they leave. I feel like, I don't know, like somebody's got this evil eye against them, and I feel somebody's really had to protect their vision of the future, preparing for this leap of faith, and this is coming in very quickly. So, you know, I feel leaving a situation behind that was riddled with lies, deception, thieving, cheating even, and taking everything I've got with this lesson and rebuilding a new foundation. So let's take a look at this Eight of Pentacles, because this is what we're envisioning. This is what we're working on for the future, right? Three of Cups reversed, Two of Cups reversed, the Lovers. No more third-party interference. I feel really looking back at every past relationship decision. I think that's a big thing with the Venus energy. And choosing real heart-centered love. So the Lovers. This looks like they're not dressed for a wedding. They look like they're dressed for a funeral, right? And so it is the death to these old cycles where somebody always came between two lovers, and we are manifesting solid, committed partnerships. And I think in order to do that, though, we do have to open up the heart, and we do have to purge and grieve all of these past failed relationships so we can choose that divine union with another. And so get ready to really go within. What is it you want to build for a community or an alliance moving forward? What kind of alliance do you want in a romantic partnership moving forward? Because we are building from the heart is another message. So let's take a look at this couple here. And this isn't going to be for everybody if you're single, but we do have two people here not on the same page and clinging to control because of the memories. The feminine in this connection could very well be going through a dark night of the soul energy, and a masculine losing his patience, wanting to quickly depart a situation. I feel, you know, with the Queen of Pentacles in reversed, with the Six of Cups, very ungrounded, very unstable, very clingy, very needy, could possibly even be somebody that doesn't work, or has been hiding money even, or does something illegally to obtain money. Either way, there's secrets here, there's lies here. All of these queens are coming out in reverse. So we've got a feminine here that definitely doesn't know her worth, does not know her value, is in a state of feeling hopeless, helpless, grieving, dark night of the soul, definitely not wish fulfillment, holding on to the memories, deep past life connection, but I feel very karmic. And the Queen of Swords reversed. Maybe this is going to be like a canceled engagement, and somebody is very angry, very upset that something is ending, something is over, and I feel somebody needs to get a grip. This could be an emotional breakdown and cling to control because of the better times, but I feel things haven't been good for quite some time, at least 9 months. And I feel definitely there's no healing here. There is no healing here. And I kind of feel somebody's really spent a lot of time trying to make something work, and it's just not working. And I feel somebody's illusion is going to be shattered, and this could lead to like a huge financial loss. I feel a masculine very angry, dealing with somebody very bitter, very vengeful, emotionally manipulative, emotionally draining, and very ungrounded, trying to cling to control to a situation that just hasn't been working for quite some time, only because of the memories. Yeah, holding on, and I'll do anything to hold on. I will manipulate, I will gaslight, I will belittle, I will do anything to hold on, and there is going to be a realignment, because you know what? This has cost somebody a whole lot of stress, and stress kills. A whole lot of stress, a whole lot of sleepless nights, a whole lot of anxiety and worry. And I don't think there's any proper communication. I think there's communication blocks. There's communication issues here. And I feel somebody is quickly departing the situation. And I think this is going to hurt. It is going to hurt. But this is going to be the groundwork when it comes to laying those solid foundations for the future, doing the work. And Savvy, I don't know what she's doing. She's having a party with her sonic stuffies. But anyway, so Knight of Pentacles, Virgo. Quickly laying a new foundation in another direction is kind of what I'm feeling. So let's get a couple last messages from Spirit. Actually, I totally forgot I bought a new tarot deck I was going to use, and I didn't use it. But I'll use it Monday. The Transient Light Tarot, beautiful deck. It's got crows and everything on it, and y'all know me. I like them crows. So let's get a couple last messages from Spirit, guys, and we'll call it a weekend check-in. So no matter what goes down this weekend or how this applies to you, maybe this was past energy and this is coming up for another layer of clearing, or you're going through this right now, just refrain from judgment. Refrain from judging yourself or another, because we all experience our own unique awakening journey, our own unique spiritual awakening journey, right? And we all experience this in our own way, in our own timeline. And so I think a big lesson to master this weekend would be allow others their journey, right? We are only in control of our own journey. And so we are here to learn to trust our intuition and to trust it, and know that when we are in alignment and in tune with our intuition, when we sense these messages, these feelings, we're spot on. And so the more you lean into that, the more you can recognize that you are maturing along the spiritual journey. And so I also feel with the world that came out reversed earlier, it's time to recognize all the wisdom that you can achieve in this situation has been learned. There's nothing left to learn here. As painful as it is to walk away from something, even though you know you need to walk away, but you're holding on what? To that false fantasy, to that vision of what you thought it was, but what it isn't. Like, get real. Look at your situation. Is this real, or am I holding on to something with the hopes of, right? Because we're journeying towards something better. And in order to do that, though, we do have to acknowledge and learn from the past once and for all. So also knowing, if learning is necessary, did I really learn from this? Or, do I have more wisdom to achieve? What do I need to recognize below the surface? Because this come out in reverse. There's resistance to this transition, and it's coming no matter what. The Tower comes in. This is universal brute force. This is out of your hands. This is a shakeup, an unexpected, avoidable shakeup. to break down something false that you have built, whether it's in your mind, in your life, in your beliefs. And so this necessary breakdown and transition has to happen at this time. And we have to allow it to occur and to trust that we are always divinely protected by our angelic team as this destined fated change takes place collectively, right? So we've all been feeling this energy coming, and I feel many are about to go through a lot of tough times coming up here. But it's through the challenges, the opposition, the chaos, and the conflict that we find our strength. We know that we can find our determination to recover from anything. You can rebuild anything, right? Stuff is just stuff. So many of us are taught at such a young age to base our worth and our value off of stuff. And it's just stuff. It can be replaced, right? So I think a huge lesson in never ever compromising our values, our morals, our integrity, and our truth. And to only connect ourselves with people that value us. And I feel a major lesson in learning, you know, hey, I think there's a connection here to people have stayed together just so they have somebody to be with, so they can say that they're not alone. And I'm sorry, ain't nothing lonelier in the world than staying with somebody just so you're not alone. I'd rather be alone, right? So I think really go within and look at yourself in your own current situation this weekend. Bring that into your self-awareness in order to help you gain that new perspective, because no matter what's going on, there is always a divine plan at work. We don't always see it. We don't always understand it, but there is always a divine plan at work. So that's what I got for a weekend check-in, guys. I know I have a couple more zodiac signs to do. I do have Cancer and Gemini, save the best. 2 signs for last this month. So I'm hoping to get that posted at some point this weekend. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Like I said, we're going to try that live out on Monday morning. I will do a post on the community tab with a rough estimate of the time, and that will be Eastern Standard Time Zone. So I hope you can all join me on the live, and I sure hope my internet works to be able to do that. All right, so if you'd like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, I encourage you to check out that description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.